Okay, this is the walk around for the 2017 Heartland Oakmont. Finally got it to the point to where I can do a walk around. It's a 42-foot RV, runs on 2 axles. Air pressure's running at between 70 and 80 psi depending on summer winter. Right now they're running at 75. It has a total of 4 slides. You have this slide is the kitchen. This is the second bedroom. This is the master bedroom, and then we'll go to the other side and there's a slide that's just as large for the living area, but we'll start on the outside in the walk around. So this has a standard 16-gallon hot water tank. It's dual fuel. It is both propane and electric. If you're running this on 50 amp service, you can run it on electric power. It's automatic lighting, and I'll show you how that works. If you'd like to run it on propane, you can do so. That's fine. There's plenty of propane to last this RV several weeks at a time, running the heater and the water heater at the same time. The outside has an external water spigot. That's the blue cord you see there. You'll see that it both runs hot and cold water on the outside. It has city freshwater connections for both pressurized water and to fill the tank. The tank is an 80-gallon freshwater tank. There are valves for both gray water tanks. Each gray water tank is 60 gallons. The black water tank is 50 gallons. There are remote controlled releases for, you can see this is the rear gray, this is the black. The front gray water tank, if you look up underneath, there's a front gray water tank release up front. And then there is a main release right here. You guys probably won't have to deal with any of that, but if you end up dumping the tanks, there's the tank dumps. You have hot and cold water overflows underneath the tank right here. Those are your hot and cold hot water overflows, or hot and cold water overflows. This is the automatic leveling system. So right now it is showing level and the jacks are down because the system is, the RV is automatically leveled in my driveway right at the moment. The basement is a full push-through basement with plenty of room for as many large coolers as you want. It can also accommodate several saddles, all the tack you could hope for, so on and so forth. The RV does come with a complete clean-out kit, which is 3 different hoses. 2 are in the rear bumper. 1 is here. This is the better hose and it stays up here. It also includes the 90-degree and a clear 45-degree for clean out, as well as 2 full sets of gloves. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 full sets of gloves now. We have 3 full sets of blue gloves. The bleach stays in it. It also comes with a complete set of tools. These are the screwdrivers and what have you in here. As well as full chocks and so on and so forth. Coming around the front, this is the front access. Let me give you a full front RV shot. This is the front of the RV. You can see that the nose cone is in excellent shape. It is waxed several times a year to make sure that the decals stay in tip-top shape. It's in need of a bath at the moment, but other than that, it's in excellent shape. Okay, so the front access for electrical systems and hydraulics is up under here. Excuse me just a moment. So here it is. Up under here you'll see we have 2 dual deep cycle batteries, the complete hydraulic kit on the side for the self-leveling system, and the slide outs. On the other side we have a 100-foot stainless steel hot water or water hose, plus 2 standard white water hoses. One's used for an extension for water if you need it. I've never needed it. The other one is used to clean out the black water tank using the black water tank's self-cleaning system. Up top on this reel is a complete reel full of coaxial cable that's tied into the entertainment system. So if you're parked somewhere that has free cable, you can plug in, or if you choose to use to add on my satellite system, I will include the satellite system that's automatically auto pointing dish network. So that's the front. This is going down the side of the unit. You can see the final slide out. That's the living room. And then this is full access to the basement over here as well. There are weight limitations on the basement, something like 400 or 500 pounds. We've never even come close to using that. There are additional tools, and this will obviously be completely cleaned out for your use, unless you want me to add in folding chairs and things like that. The mat that you see in there, the large mat, will go with it for the outside. Also on the outside is an automatically extending awning. I will extend that for you in a moment so you can see that, but it's fully electric. All you have to do is hit the out button and then it fully extends itself. There's no adjusting at all. And if you start to feel a little bit of wind, I just ask that you retract it. This would be the one thing that I would be concerned about being torn up. It's designed to shield from the sun and from the rain. It is not designed as a windbreak. None of them are. Okay, so we're going to go inside now. It's got a standard door with a deadbolt and a regular latch. And we'll be headed inside. Right inside the door, right inside the door is your complete, this is your complete control center. You have lights. These are your slide out controls. This is the inverter that will run the refrigerator while you're driving down the road, so you can preload the refrigerator and it will be cooling as you drive down the road. Up top we have both of those are showing AC electrical usage, so you can monitor how many amps of power you're drawing on each one of the different legs of the 50 amp system. Those come in extremely handy if you end up using a 30 amp plug instead of the 50 amp plug, so you can monitor how much power you're using. And of course you have all your standard controls. You have the awning controls, you have a water pump, both water heaters. The 12 volt water heater is for the LP gas. The 120 volt water heater is electric. You plug in the flood, you have floodlights. You have, you'll see that there are two awning switches. This awning switch is actually an electrical receptacle outside. This awning switch is to bring it in and out. And then below you have all your standard lights. What you hear chirping is a carbon monoxide sensor asking for a battery. I'll have that replaced. So turning to our left, we're going into the living room / dinette set. The dining area comes with four chairs, two of which can be folded and put away in the master bedroom so they're not in the way. The other two typically stay out here. And the other two chairs that you see strapped down currently both have storage underneath them. One chair has tools and the other chair has things like duct tape, electrical tape, so on and so forth. Of course, all the windows are fully opening. There's plenty of storage around. I don't have all the lights on, I probably should. But there is a ton of lighting in this. It is extremely well lit. So next we have the love seat. The love seat is fully electric. They both extend and retract electrically. As you can see, I'm extending and retracting them electrically. They are also heated and they are fully massage. So both of them are. So I've actually slept in these. I slept in it because I fell asleep in it and they stayed there. But they're both the same way. They're both fully heated and fully massage and electric retracts. So we'll close that up real quick. And you're catching this right before I vacuumed because I was trying to get the outside before the sun went down, but it will be fully vacuumed. Over here we have a full-size couch that turns into a queen-size bed. The cushions can be moved to either side. Typically I stow the cushions here, and then the bed will fold completely out. And the bed takes up about that much space. I mean, it is a full queen-size bed. Extremely comfortable. It's got a this mattress doesn't have a foam topper on it, but it's built in such a way that you don't feel the bars in the middle, which is really nice. The entertainment system is the 52-inch flat screen television that I don't have turned on right at the moment, but it is a 52-inch flat screen television. It's tied into a Blu-ray player, which is here, which tends to shift around when we're driving. So we have a Blu-ray player on one side, a nice Sony Blu-ray player, 4K Blu-ray. Even though the TV is not 4K, it will be soon. And then we also have our dish receiver should you decide you want to use the satellite the satellite dish, and we can include that into a rental if you'd like to. Below that we have a fireplace. It is actually a electric system, so it will provide heat for this front room if you'd like it. It's very nice to have that, especially if you have this queen size out and this room gets cold and everybody else is fine. You can turn this on and it will heat just this area. You can also just have it for ambiance like I have it right now with the heater part of it turned off. Okay, so moving on. The center island is, they're like a Corian countertop. They're not designed for hot items. They're not designed for cutting. The two covers that you see here are strictly covers. That just gives you more counter space, but they are not cutting boards. Underneath is a full stainless steel sink that needs looks like it needs a good 409ing right at the moment. I've only got about halfway through my cleaning here, but everything will be completely spotless when you get it. But it's a full stainless steel sink with a retracting hose so that you can clean dishes if you'd like. The drawers will come furnished. There will be things in the drawers. I will have them cleaned up because these people kind of left it a mess. I will have them cleaned up. The Keurig coffee pot will not be in the unit when it's time for you guys to pick it up. It's not included as part of the deal. Unfortunately, it was kind of left in the unit and shouldn't have been. So that will come out. Also, we have an oven. It's a 2-place oven, and it does cook really good biscuits. Standard propane style oven. Underneath here, this is our stove, and the stove has 3 full burners, all propane, all self-lighting. There's a sparker for each one of them. They're all self-lighting. The stoves doesn't get used a whole lot. What really gets used a lot is the microwave. And the microwave is a smart microwave. It will do baked potatoes and popcorn and things like that. It's a standard modern microwave, fully lit inside, of course. And works really, really well. Okay, so on to the refrigerator. The refrigerator is actually a full residential refrigerator. It's a Haier refrigerator, which is a very good refrigerator. It has 2 freezers on the bottom and French doors on the top. And what you'll see here is that the French doors open wide enough to where you can get a full thing of Coke or beer or a 12-pack of Mountain Dew or whatever will slide fully onto each one of the shelves. There's plenty of room. We've never run out of room, and it typically will cool an entire thing of water down in a matter of hours, because the system does have a super cool feature that will super cool things quickly. At the bottom, at the bottom we have 2 drawers for the freezer. They're just completely empty. The top drawer freezes faster than the bottom drawer, but the bottom drawer is excellent for things like bags of ice or frozen breakfast biscuits, things like that. It freezes extremely quickly. Typically what I'll do is I will load it full of ice and things like that before I leave, and by the time I get to where I'm going, everything is ready to go when I get there. I don't have ice melting and making a mess and so on and so forth. So there's the kitchen. So here is the second bedroom. There's the door. You can see you come in the door and the second bedroom's right around the corner, just like the floor plan shows. And you have a very similar couch setup in here. And you have a full-size bed. I think I said it was a queen, but it's actually a full-size fold-out bed in here as well. Again, the cushions move to the side or to the back, and they fold out. The bed folds out and takes up the entire floor space. Additionally, in here you've got another flat screen television, and it's tied into the entertainment system, so it's fully functioning. It doesn't have a DVD player in here yet, but it gets all the channels that all the other TVs do. On the one side you've got a bit of a wardrobe. Of course everything is mirrored, but you have a full wardrobe on one side that will allow you to hang clothes. We typically hang formal attire in here for use. Lots of other room in here. There's lots of small cubbies. There's a fan in there and a couple of other small things. But there's lots of little cubby storage. And we typically use this as a pantry. This is the farthest side. Let me get to the back so you can see it. This particular storage area is what we use as a pantry when we're operating the RV. So we typically put dry goods in the top, and then in the bottom we'll have all of our paper towels and things like that. And it works out really well because typically whoever's in this room doesn't need all the storage, and so this works really well. It's close to the kitchen, but it's segregated off enough to where it's not in the way. So there's that room. We'll back out. The RV does have two separate air conditioning systems. You can hear the one going in here. That's the air conditioning system in here. Probably due for a cleaning. Probably needs a filter change by now. The AC system in the front handles the front area, and what you see above you right there, that is the loft area, and we'll go take a look at it right now. So that's the front air conditioning system. The rear air conditioning system handles just the master bedroom. So here's the loft. I don't have the lights on in there, probably should have, but that's the loft, and it's got a fairly thick mattress that's very comfortable. It's got a very comfortable microfiber top on it. The kids just love it up here. There are plenty of electrical outlets. Here we go. Plenty of electrical outlets up here. You can see them up on the roof right there. There are a couple of electrical outlets that are typically used for, you know, iPods, iPads, and there's also a set right over here. And then you have heating ducts over there. And this also has its own skylight. Okay, so that's the loft, and you can see kind of how you get up into the loft. You have a ladder that comes down. People can climb up in, and then they can lift the ladder up with one hand, and it will retract itself, and it's completely retracted. Okay, so let's move on. This is going to be the bathroom, and in the bathroom we have a full shower. Let me see if I can get you a good picture of that. This is a full shower, full-size shower. It's a little shorter than what you would normally expect out of a shower, but it is full size. Has its own wand for showering, which is really great. It's, you know, it's typical RV fare. This is the commode, full ceramic commode. The commode itself is fully ceramic, so you don't have to worry about scratching it. All you have to do is flush it. It's connected directly to the black water tank. Cleans very easily, stays clean. There's plenty of storage in here for towels. Right there, you will see there down at the very bottom right there is an AC outlet. So, is a air conditioning duct outlet that keeps this room nice and clean, nice and cool. And of course you have the standard RV vent up at the top. Plenty of places to hang wet clothing if you need to hang wet clothing. Back behind here, awesome. Back behind here, see what they've left behind. Back behind here is obviously a place to keep. It's a medicine cabinet basically, and they didn't clean it out, so now I got to do it. And then of course the standard sink. Underneath the sink we have storage as well. That's just standard storage. It's things like paper towels and toilet paper and black water tank drops, things like that. Okay, so now let's go on to the master bedroom. And again, you can kind of see where we're at. We came up the stairs into the doorway. So the master bedroom is this way, and it's got its own door, and it closes itself completely off. This is the king size bed. It's included, it takes up all of the slide area, but it is a full king size bed, standard king size mattress, and it has a foam topper on it. This room is also, the master bedroom also has the Samsung smart television in it, right there. And below that is a small chest of drawers. They're not full depth chest of drawers, they're narrow depth chest of drawers. But they are plenty sufficient for an RV. This RV also has a spot for a washer and dryer, but I don't have the washer and dryer in it right now for insurance reasons, it's not practical. There you hear the AC in the back switching off. And then of course we have a full walk-in closet in the rear as well. Let me turn the lights on in here. I'm sorry guys, I'm not a professional videographer. So you have a full walk-in closet. That's half of it open right there, but it's a full walk-in closet for ready for full hanging clothes. The other side opens as well. And there's the other side, and it's also got a little shoe spot in the back of it there. Both sides of the king-size bed have a little lip on them, which is great for storing things like your cell phone and what have you. And up underneath you have your own set of lights, and the lights have a remote so that you can change the intensity of the lights, and sometimes it loses its link. But there's a full light intensity remote system in here, so you can turn off the main lights and read, and then turn these off when you're ready for bed. The master bedroom has its own thermostat, which is the black doodad right there on the wall. That's its thermostat, and it monitors its own, it handles its own AC unit. And these units can do either high power cool air through the main duct like this, or you can close these and it will duct them through each one of the smaller ducts that are around. And there's plenty of power in here. We usually just leave it like that because it's so much quieter. Each one of the windows, of course, has its own set of blinds you can open and close. They're fine. Everything is fully functional. There's nothing in this trailer that doesn't work correctly or doesn't work as intended. Nothing is broken. Nothing has failed that hasn't been repaired. I never let anything go unrepaired. There's only one exception, and that is this spot on the floor right here. What you're seeing is we had the slide tear part of the linoleum right here, and it happened earlier this year. And so we've got this linoleum on order. The factory doesn't carry it and make it available to consumers, so it's had to be special ordered, and we're waiting for it to come in. In the meantime, we've got it covered with heavy-duty tape so that nothing happens. And of course, that will be included in, will be notated in the paperwork for you guys when you rent the unit. We don't expect anybody to take responsibility for that at all, by any stretch. There are lots of lights in this unit that are not being turned on right now. They're just not needed. They're all ambiance or whatever. So you've got lights up top, and you've got smaller lights on either side that that are available. So there's plenty of lights. One of the biggest issues we have with other RVs is how dark they are inside. This RV is not dark at all inside. So yeah, there it is. That's everything that I can show you. It'll come with both LP tanks, so it'll have a total of 60 gallons of propane ready to go. The propane tanks have an automatic failover, so if one tank goes empty, it switches over to the other tank automatically. I can't think of anything else, but if you have questions, feel free to drop me some questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. Like I said, everything functions, nothing has failed. The one or two little pieces of trim and issues like that we've had have been fixed immediately. The unit is washed inside and out after every time it's used, whether it's by me, by a family member, by a rental unit, whatever. It always gets completely and thoroughly washed and cleaned and ready for the next unit. It's never put up dirty. The tanks are never put up full. They're always put up completely empty. So we don't have odor problems, we don't have rat problems, things like that. So there you have it. We'll give you one final look around here. Again, it's the table with its 4 chairs, and the heated and massaged chair, leatherette chairs, the queen size pull out there with all of its storage up above as well. Television, entertainment system with its Sony soundbar. I didn't point out the soundbar, but there's a Sony soundbar up underneath the television. The kitchen area, second bedroom. Oh, and this is the breaker box right here. We have the loft area up top, and then the master bedroom way up in the back. Alright, so there it is. There's about a 30-minute walkthrough If you have questions, feel free to let me know. Thank you.